Death Valley Clemson Memorial Stadium. Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday? And we continue with this one. It's the UCLA Bruins and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Death Valley. The tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason. This is where teams' dreams come to die. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Takes the handoff. It's Knight. Got room at the 35. There he goes. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can out.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And the Bruins headed quickly to the line.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Saying in the gun on third down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Taking it the other way. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
Oh, he's definitely going to want that one back. Man, they put a nice drive together. That's the opening drive you want. Start driving the football down the field, having success, and then you just get just a little bit aggressive, a little bit greedy, making the throw, forcing it into coverage, and throwing the interception.
Running inside, it's Johnson. Turning it on! That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing. Linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
The Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
A shot toward the end zone. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six. But he will score! Touchdown, Clemson!
the extra point after the first score of the game. We talk about pocket presence. There's also pocket punishment that's part of it, and he was able to withstand it and deliver the football.
It comes with the job description, Reese. You know as a quarterback that this is going to happen eventually. You are going to get hit. So why not then deliver touchdowns deep down the field? Doesn't get any better than that.
The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David. Oh, he's got some space. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Right back to the well. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
That's a nice-looking run. That reminds me of Jonathan Franklin, Maurice Jones-Drew, Zach Charbonnet. In recent years, they've had a lot of ability at the running back position. How about this name, though? Little-known fact. The great Jackie Robinson also played running back.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 20, the 10. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
You cannot let that happen to you defensively. That is the definition of getting gashed. They didn't have one guy in their front 7 even get a finger on that guy.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Gets the back moving. On the direct snap. It's Knight. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bruins!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the
intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Throwing, Imaliava. Fires to the big fella, and they get him down.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Deafening noise. Here's Imaliava. He's got the back in the middle. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebackers' coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the first. On the run, it's Lee. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Makes the grab on third. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a fourth down stop. Trying to do it on the ground. And some great fourth down defense against the run.
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run. And you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time. Caught, and he's got room. Makes the tackle at the 22, but it's a 15-yard gain, and now they're in business.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the...
The heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Clemson is quick to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. He fires one deep over the middle. Makes a grab down the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. He goes right back to the air. Takes the easy completion. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass on second down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Got his man in the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the middle. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for him.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Now a timeout was called. Play clock was all the way down to 2. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Creates a little room. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Man, you're trying to get the ball to your running back in space, and really good job tossing it on the perimeter. What do you need? You need to set the edge. You got to do a good job with your offensive line, and then you need perimeter block.
Maybe some room here. Spins away. Touchdown, Bruins. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
Clock has stopped. Timeout has been called by UCLA. It's their second. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The handoff to Johnson. There he goes. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last 2 plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
Now the pitch. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The running back has it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to run for it. Looks as if Clemson will have the first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
On the option. Now the pitch. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Tigers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. This time he wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. Off the RPO, complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Sends it back in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He'll set up to throw. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! He got it, beat down in bounds.
Every coach in the country talks about finishing half strong. Man, how about that? You get the touchdown, a chance to tie this game up and take all the momentum into halftime.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. One more snap coming before halftime. Gonna run it. It's Knight. And he's gonna lose yardage on that one, and that could be the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Ben, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with Georgia taking on the Arkansas Razorbacks. And it's the Bulldogs looking to move to 4-0 on the young season. And they're in front right now, and they've done it with discipline. Kind of the calling card of this program. Now let's take a look at some other top 25 action going on around the country.
The Tigers sending out their offense, ready to get this drive started. Going to the run to start this second half. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. This time he wants to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll go right back to the run. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Gonna run it. It's Davidson. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Spits it out to the back. He makes the grab. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Makes it past the marker. Touchdown, Clemson! And that one will give him the lead. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the extra point is good. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Knight. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the first down marker.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Direct snap. Got a little grass. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he scores! Touchdown UCLA! Give him 3 touchdowns in this game and now up to 8 on the season.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Clemson comes out, its offense ready to go on the attack. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The offense changing the play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Snagged out of the air. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and a beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Could be an alley. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll give it to Johnson. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force him to settle for a field goal? Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
A first down run in the red zone. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. To the tight end. Touchdown, Tigers! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. The Tigers are back on top.
You talk to any quarterback, Jesse, and they love finding the big tight end. Hard to overthrow the big fellas with the big reach, the nice mitts, nice catch by the tight end.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. UCLA will go back to work on offense. And now this offense needs a late 4th quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back.
A lot of times defenses blitz to stop the run. This very play right here blitz the linebacker, but man, the offense did a great job. Everybody understood what they saw. Running back understood. Pick up a nice positive gain when they were trying to get a blitz and maybe create a tackle for a loss.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. They've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Here's a little room there. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
From the gun on third down, Iamaleava on target to the left. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Now second down, and it's as if this crowd senses they can help them get a huge stop. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
That'll be enough to move the chains, and it'll also take us to the 2-minute timeout. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Clemson calls its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Rush is on him. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
I know they've got all their timeouts left, but it feels like
field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Iamaleava to throw for it on 4th. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Touchdown, Bruins! A great catch and run for 6. The Bruins fight back with a score of their own. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The handoff to Johnson. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And
Man, with that run, I think it kind of handcuffs you. I think you want to save that last time out when you need it for your field goal unit or whatever that looks like. Running the football there, man, keeping that clock ticking. I don't necessarily love that call.
Quarterback now breaking the field. He's going to take off. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
A lot of times late in games, you see this by defenses. They're going to drop back, and they're going to take away all the deep stuff.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Clemson jumps to the line.
Well, we've seen this guy come up with some huge throws in this game, and already on the drive, he's thrown a couple of completions. He's got them in a rhythm. This team believes they're going to win this game because of this guy playing the quarterback position.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
Finding some room. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. They can win it with a field goal here, but they have to be smart. Clock's still running. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Using his legs, it's Haynes. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. The ball is spotted at the 29-yard line. That'll make it a 46-yard field goal attempt for the lead. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. It's good! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds. That was fun, and it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, throwing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, David. That's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play. But you could see the belief they had in each other, the respect they have for each other, and now moving forward, this is a huge confidence builder for this team.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.